Oh God. What's up? It's Kayla. So I have interesting news to share with you, which you probably already know by the title of this video, but I'm gonna tell you everything. Now, at first I was thinking maybe I should keep this to myself, but I did promise you all that I would keep you updated in this certain part of my life, and so here it is. I actually need to take some selfies for dating websites, and I need to take a headshot. So I figured that we would chit chat while I get ready, and I will tell you about this latest development. Shout out to my best friend back home. I just got her Christmas gift. She got me this little change purse that says weed money, which LOL, although I don't use cash. These socks that say motherfucking girl power. And then she got me the Glossier coconutbalm.com salve and boy brow. I'm so excited about boy brow, although I don't think it's gonna work on my eyebrows. So also I've been losing this eyebrow hair. I'm trying to chill out about it and not freak out too much right now, but I'm freaking out. I've never had Glossier stuff before, but it looks so cool and minimal, and just it seems like the brand really embraces diversity and just being yourself. Okay, this might be too much. Oh my god, oh my god. I didn't know the tube was gonna be like this. Put on these dry ass lips. So I guess let's just get started. Let's just get started. So if you do not know, which I think you might, but if you don't know, I've been celibate for 2 years. Basically, this was a decision that I made for myself. People just jump from relationship to relationship and they don't actually take the time to grieve and then work on their own shit and then get better. And I just feel like we all need time. Some people need less time than others, of course, but just being by yourself and taking the time to take care of yourself and work on your own shit, I feel like is very important to do. Because if you don't have your stuff together, chances are that your next relationship isn't going to be all that in a bag of chips. When I was younger, people would always say, you know, if you don't love yourself, you can't, well, RuPaul. You don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love someone else? But there's other sayings like that, of course. But basically, I used to be like, well, I hate myself, but I found this really cool person that loves the shit out of me, and that's all I need. The older I got, the more I realized that if I don't love myself, there's no way that I can pick the right partner for me. If I don't know what's best for myself and I don't know how to take care of myself, then how am I gonna pick the right person to take care of me? You feel me? So basically, I just needed a break from dating, from sex, from hookups. So I've been celibate for 2 years just to work on myself. Well, this last year was really hard. I started to struggle a lot just because I really missed intimacy. I really missed physical touch. I really missed the attention of someone thinking that I'm really hot and wanting to have sex with me. So I told everyone that my focus for 2018 was to have sex again. That was my only goal. That was the only thing that would add to my life, I felt. So I went to this New Year's Eve party, or New Year's party, I guess it was both since we were up for a long time on the 1st. I went to this New Year's Eve party with some friends here, and at the end of the night, we ended up playing a game of Spin the Bottle. And at this point, I hadn't kissed anyone in over a year. So the last person I made out with, I think, was over a year ago. So I was sitting in like the lucky spot, I guess, and by lucky spot I mean my friend's floor was like tilted and the bottle just kept pointing to me. Winner. So I had a lot of kisses that night, and I think that I just got like turned out a little bit. Like there's only so much making out I can do before I'm like completely and totally revved up. So I kissed almost everyone that was playing the game. So that was like maybe 6 people. I don't know. Some of them more than once. There was also some spanking, but you don't need to know all that detail. So basically, we had this game of spin the bottle. We went home hours later, and that was that. His brows look weird. Whatever. I'll get to them later. I can't be focused on y'all right now. So since I've been in Portland, I've been on and off of Tinder. I've been starting a Tinder, getting matches, talking to maybe one of the matches, ghosting the matches, and then deleting the app. I've been doing this maybe once every week and a half since I've been here. Just because I wasn't like ready to commit, I felt like. So after New Year's Eve, on New Year's Day, I got back on Tinder. I turned my Tinder to men only because, as you know, I am bisexual and men are very easy creatures to have sex with. They are not difficult at all, unfortunately, because they also don't seem to know what they're doing. So I get on Tinder and I just start swiping, and there's this like cute kid that like looked all emo and stuff, and basically we matched only because, well, we matched because I'm hot, but we matched because if I was like 19 years old again, that was the type of guy that I would go for. So we were like chatting, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. He's like, what can I do to see you tonight? And I'm like, come over. I told him we could Netflix and chill. Unfortunately, I only have Hulu that I am currently mooching off of one of my friends. And he said, perfect. So I got up, I cleaned, washed my sheets, showered, I shaved. Don't ask me why. And then I waited for him to get here. So he was loud and obnoxious and short, which is not my type. He also lied about the size of some things that he has on his body, which I don't know why you would lie about them, because aren't I gonna see it? So let's just say we hooked up. There was no penetration sex, but oral sex is sex, sex is sex. So that happened. I had my first sexual experience in 2.5 years, or 2 years. Was it 2.5? At this point, I honestly don't know. I will not be talking to this kid again. Oh, how do I blend this? Oh no. Where's that brush? That brush that I shouldn't use for foundation, but I do. I don't know if it's the Glossier that has me feeling myself, but I almost don't want to put any more makeup on. So, I'm not gonna get too into any nitty-gritty, but let's just say he was pretty self-absorbed, not too giving, and apparently doesn't understand that it's very nice to reciprocate favors. So that's all I will say about my New Year's Day Tinder hookup with Hulu and chilled. Oh, did I mention that we watched Catfish? Like, and it was his request. I don't know. Like, I kind of wanted to keep Archer playing because I love Archer, but then he's like, let's watch Catfish, and I don't know. He said some weird, interesting things. At one point, made what I hope was a joke about impregnating me. No thanks, sir. He told me that I was pretty a lot, which I guess was nice for my self-esteem, but at one point, I didn't want to hear it anymore. Also, he is a very dirty talker, and I am not, or I haven't been, and I had to learn. I'm trying to think of anything else was interesting about him. He did say some things that like I thought were kind of weird, but in the moment, I just wasn't focused on what he was saying, to the point where like I kind of just wanted to put my hand over his mouth because like I don't need to hear all that. Like, you know what's up, you know what we're here to do, just shut up. But yeah, so my first sexual experience in 2 to 2.5 years. I feel good about it. It's exactly how I wanted it to go. And I don't mean the fact that, you know, he didn't return any favors. I'm just saying that it was very easy. It was very comfortable. I didn't feel scared. I felt for the first time what was like a normal amount of anxiety. And that was really cool. Just like I felt the butterflies, or no, they weren't butterflies. I felt the gnats in my belly, but it was like easy to ignore and get over. And so it was really easy, and I felt good about it. I felt good about myself. Like at one point I like knew. I was like he's like, oh my god, you are so sexy, and I'm just like, and now. But that's what I always wanted. All of the sexual experiences I've had in my life, I had them basically because I'm like, okay, if this person sleeps with me, it must mean that I'm like not as hideous as I think, right? So I never really had experiences where I felt good about myself. In all the experiences, I basically felt so bad about myself that I needed the validation from these really shitty lays. And I mean, this one technically was a shitty lay, but I was just in a very different spot in my life, and that's what makes the big difference. So this is how I know that I made the best decision ever, by not sleeping with anyone or not dating anyone for the past 2 years while I got my shit together. Like, it really works. And I know people don't want to hear that. Like, I have some friends that are always going through it, and they're always having big breakdowns in between like relationships and stuff. And I tell them, look, you need to get into therapy. Take a break, take some time. You don't have to go 2 years, but like at least take a month to yourself without like hopping from dick to dick. I don't get it. You're not gonna heal that way. You're just not. So yeah, I feel really good about it, and I achieved my New Year's resolution on New Year's Day. Like, I'm getting it. Oh my god, I'm so far away from my mirror, I think I'm gonna poke my eyes out. Ooh! I really need to keep an eye out on my eyelashes and my eyebrows, because like I said, I'm losing eyebrow hair over here. I don't know why. Like, y'all saw me, I spent so long growing them out, and now it's gone, and that worries me a lot. Okay, should we round this off with some highlight? Yes. I will not be seeing this guy again. Mostly because after the fact, I noticed that he was a fuckboy, which I didn't know that like people were still being fuckboys out here, but whatever. That's cool, but I feel like I got my training wheels and I'm ready to roll. I really thought seriously about not sharing this new development, but I feel like I can do that. Like, I tell y'all all my business, first of all. Second of all, I've shared multiple times on this channel about my celibacy, and I feel like it only makes sense to chronicle my life when I'm not being celibate. And also, I wanted to be able to come back and just say, hey, it worked. Who knew that if you stop putting yourself in situations that made you feel like shit about yourself, and then like work on why you feel like shit about yourself, then when you're in those situations again, you don't feel like shit about yourself, and that's magical. So I think this is all that I'm gonna do. Let's see if this Fenty Beauty just gives a little pop. Rihanna, like, look, stop. Why? I'm profile picture ready so I can snag some more hotties. Yeah, I'll say some more because he was hot. So I can snag some more hotties via Tinder. 2018 is going to be very Scorpio-like. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. So yeah, that's all for this get ready with me chit chat, me talk about my sex life thing, because y'all nosy. Just kidding. Well, y'all are nosy, but I volunteered the info. So let me know in the comments what you think. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? I feel like a lot of you are, so let me know. I will talk to you later. Bye.